Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bussum, day 3 of the Bussum leg, the Pool B, Group B of the Baseball European Champions Cup 2023. You just saw both teams line up and listen to their respective anthems. We have the Bonn Capitals and the home team HCAW Bussum playing in their own stadium today. Welcome to the ballpark. Welcome to the Rob Hofman Vallei. My name is Jasper Roos. I will be talking you through tonight's game, and I will be doing so with my co-announcer from last Tuesday, who has returned, Jurian Lobezo. Jurian, welcome.
Thank you very much.
So nice of you to join us again. I had a great time with you on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was likewise.
Yesterday I had to fly solo, but it's always more fun to talk to someone who's actually played this game at a high level, and that is you. And while we are waiting for the teams to take the field and we're waiting for the managers to exchange the lineups and talk to the umpiring crew, we'll show you the starting defensive lineup for HCAW Bussum. From left to right in the outfield, Kevin Dirksen, Jandro Tromp and Jair van Borculo. Van Borculo with big 3-run home run yesterday in the game against Czech Ostrava Arrows. He's played his third game in a row, third different position. He was catching in game 1, was on first base yesterday, and is now in right field. Anything to get that bat in the lineup. Then the infield from left to right, Max Dreyer at third, Bob van der Meer at short, Delano Salasa back at second base, Sherman Marlin came into the game yesterday as a pinch hitter, back at first base. Behind the plate, Julian Goins catching back-to-back games. He was the catcher yesterday as well. And starting pitcher for HCAW Bussum will be GEO de Grauw. Manager, as always, Danny Romley. You see it on the right side of your screen. That will be the defensive lineup for HCAW Bussum for tonight's game as they take the field. Another gorgeous, gorgeous night in Bussum. And as you can see, we have multiple new camera angles today that we'll be trying out for you. We have a huge pro cam on our left side. That was the one you just saw before. And then, of course, the handy cam is back as well. This is the starting offensive lineup, the batting order for the Bonn Capitals from Germany. Leading off, Eric Brenk. Batting second, Terrell Joyce. DH, Wilson Lee batting third. Vincent Arends, the veteran slugger, at fourth. Anthony Klinzing batting fifth. Danny Longhorst at sixth. Daniel Sanchez 7, Luis Martin 8, and Fildrik Llewellyn, active here last season in the Dutch Hoofdklasse, played in the Holland Series, will be batting ninth as we are looking at GEO de Grauw, the young right-hander. And what can you tell us, Jurian, about GEO de Grauw?
Yeah, I was looking at his stats, and he doesn't have a whole lot of experience yet in the Dutch head class. So I think he's a rookie. He's 0-0. He only pitched 1.2 innings this far. So for him, a nice opportunity to get experience on this European Cup level.
GEO de Grauw from the Team NL, what's now called Team NL, used to be called Topsport Amsterdam training program. One of the talented pitchers in Dutch baseball. He's been around for a couple of seasons. And he's taking his warm-up pitches now, throwing at Julian Goins.
Yeah, and I also looked at the batters lineup for the Bonn Capitals. Quite some guys are up in the leader stats for this season. And number 5, Anthony Klinzing, he's hitting .571. Great day to play baseball today. First pitch, fastball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Erik Breuk, the leadoff guy for Bonn Capitals, is hitting .375. So not too bad this year. And he's a tall guy. He's 191.
GEO de Grauw been around for a few seasons now in the Dutch Hoofdklasse, both as a starter and a reliever. dominated Curaçao Neptunus in the Holland series last season.
Do you know why didn't he pitch that much yet?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure someone will let me know in a second. I know Gio struggled with a few minor injuries over the past seasons. Nothing major. So we are underway. It's a 2-2 count to the leadoff hitter. And it's a full count now as Gio de Grauw is getting ready to throw his payoff pitch.
Little drizzler, third
Chop
base.
to third, not in time.
So nobody. We have the leadoff guy at first base. And now up, Terrell Joyce, the first baseman.
Big right-handed batter, number 33. Takes a look into his third base coach to receive the signs. Let's see what Bonn Capitals want to do here early to force something against Gio de Grauw. As de Grauw kicks and delivers. That's popped foul and out of play by Joyce. As we take a long look in, as de Grauw with the pitch and Joyce with the grounder to short. Flip to second for the out, flip to first for the double play. Very nice defensive play here at the early going for HCAW.
Great play of the third baseman, yeah.
Very smooth, very smooth. Quick turn at second as well. And Terrell Joyce is retired as well. So a double play to start off this inning here after the leadoff infield single by Eric Brink. And that brings up Wilson Lee, the designated hitter this afternoon.
Maybe it's nice to mention that in the regular season in Germany, the Bonn Capitals are leading the league. They are 13-7, win percentage of .650. Right before the Hamburg Steelers, they're 12-8, and the Paderborn Untouchables also 12-8, who play in the Pool A of this tournament.
That is right. Very interesting group as well, with Amsterdam Pirates surprisingly losing their first two games.
Yeah, I also wrote down some results indeed. So I think if Pirates has a good game tonight and they win, they're still able to make the semifinals. So it is popped up, shallow outfield, and it's caught for out number 3.
So despite giving up a leadoff infield single, Gio de Grauw pitches out of trouble. And we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. HCAW coming to bat. Delano Salassa, Jean-Do Tromp, and Kevin Dirksen, the scheduled hitters. We'll be back in a second. All right, bottom of the first inning. HCAW is about to get ready to go on the offensive side of things. Delano Salasa has grabbed the bat. He's taking a look into our starting pitchers, Toru Murata's pitches. So far, it doesn't sound very German. Terrell Joyce, Wilson Lee, Toru Murata.
I looked at who this guy is. He's from Osaka, Japan, and he is 38 years old.
38 years old. There you go,
So
the
it's
veteran
A veteran, yeah.
to get things going here.
Actually, I couldn't find any stats on him for this season. So, leading off, Delano Salasa.
Salasa's having an excellent tournament so far. Excellent baseball European Cup. And he will look into Murata's pitch, and he doesn't waste any time and grounds it through the hole between first and second for a leadoff base hit. One pitch, one hit.
Yep. Actually, he was hitting 6.67, so 2 out of 3 on average up till now, with an OPS of over 1600. So he's having a really good tournament.
So Murata will be dealing, like his counterpart over at the HCAW bump, GER, will be dealing with an early base runner here. As Salasa, the always speedy and threat to run, Delano Salasa is at first. That brings up Jandro Tromp. Tromp has been struggling with the bat a little bit. Hasn't hit a base hit yet so far in the tournament. Has been very productive, has been involved in rallies, but hasn't hit a base hit yet. Has walked a couple of times, has multiple RBIs through various means, just not base hits. And he looks at the 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike. So 1-1.
He is having a great season, though. 380 average.
Absolutely. There's a reason that his name is always one of the first on the lineup sheet, batting second, playing center field. That doesn't change. We saw wholesale changes yesterday in the game. At one point, we had different left fielders, right fielders, an entirely new infield except for shortstop. The only one who was firmly entrenched in his original position as Murata looks in, and there goes Salasa. It was a hit and run that was on, but Tromp swings and misses, but that doesn't matter. There's something going on. Salasa seems to have stolen the base, but now it's being sent back. What happened?
Catcher interference.
Kind of interference? Yeah, there you go. That's unfortunate. Yeah, as Tromp is indeed walking back to the dugout. So no stolen base for Delano Salasa if you're keeping score at home. It was a failed hit and run. So with one away, we'll do it all again. We'll try again. As Kevin Dirksen walks up to the plate, Dirksen batting cleanup most of the tournament, is in the third spot today.
Hitting 200 average for the tournament thus far.
Yeah, the duo of Tromp and Dirksen haven't really been able to get it going, but they have been involved in rallies, extending rallies with long at-bats, forcing the pitcher to throw extra pitches. And that's also valuable if you're not going to hit base hits, and at least be useful in another way.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And they have been for sure. Dirksen was taken out of last night's game at some point to rest. It was another big, huge victory for HCAW yesterday on against the Ostrava Arrows. Fairly easy, leisurely stroll in a baseball yard, basically.
Yeah, I watched parts of the game, and 3 home runs hit by HCAW last night.
Yep, it was Jair from Borculo, who's in the on-deck circle right now. Excuse me, he's in the hole. And Julian Goins hit one as well, as did Quinton de Cuba, who is the man in the on-deck circle. De Cuba's was a laser.
Yeah.
From Borculo's was a massive, massive blast. As Murata
Here's
throws
the
in.
pitch.
Dirksen
Hit and run.
with the base hit on the hit and run, so that works to perfection once again. It's really become one of HCAW's calling cards, the hit and run.
Yeah, the ball was hit actually where the second baseman usually is. So he went off to take second base for a catcher's throw, but the ball was hit right on his usual spot, and we have first and third with 1 out.
Really well done once again. HCAW just absolutely the hit and run kings of the Dutch Hoofdklasse as well, and they're just continuing that trend here in the European Baseball Champions Cup. I always have to peek at my sheet what the tournament's actually called. I want to call it the Champions League, but it's the Champions Cup.
Champions Cup, yes.
So looks like we have an injury delay, but not for who you would think. It's the third base coach for HCAW who is injured on the Delano Salasa play. Did you see what happened? I missed it. I was looking at Kevin.
It looks like he landed not on the right.
Yeah. Oh, we have a coach sitting down.
He's wearing a helmet though. But yeah, of course, also the coaches they move around to get their players safely on the bag.
As we're getting, there we go. Now you can see what we see. That's the trainer for HCAW out to take a look at the third base coach, who seems to be struggling with his, what is it, the back of his knee?
Shin or calf, yeah.
Oh, he's back on his feet.
I'm quite sure he doesn't get the stealing sign tonight. So
yeah, he will not be running.
He's probably going to be all right tonight.
All right. So back to baseball. Runners on first and third. Kevin Dirks at first. Delano Salasa at third. We have one out here, as Toru Murata will be dealing with this situation.
So Helgaard Kwiatkowski asking if we can turn up the sound a little bit.
Yeah, but we also get complaints that we're too loud. So it really varies on what kind of machine you're apparently watching us on. So we'll find a happy medium.
Sound is broke. Sound would be great. So maybe somebody can throw something in the chat if the sound is okay now.
Quinten de Cuba, the big lefty slugger, is in the batter's box. And he'll be looking to cash in some runs. And he will be trying to score at least Delano Salasa. Fly ball should do it. And Quinten de Cuba, obviously a fly ball king. Hit a line shot home run yesterday that cleared the fence while I was still climbing, basically. Huge hit. As Murata deals, and that's a huge swing by de Cuba. He was looking to put that ball into orbit.
Yeah.
He swings right through it.
Quinten's OPS is over 1700, and he's hitting 571. So
not too shabby.
He's having a great tournament.
A veteran hitter, of course.
So we got 2 and 2, 1 out.
Let's see what de Cuba does here. Let's see if he is able to score anyone. Would be nice to get Salasa in from third base. Murata taking his time. As he kicks and delivers, and it's a very nice breaking pitch that Quinten de Cuba swings right through. And that will retire the lefty slugger. And that brings up the big home run king from yesterday. Jair van Borkelo hit a massive 3-run shot early in the game that broke the game wide open. And if the Bonn Capitals had a scout in attendance yesterday, they should be pitching around this guy.
Yep. He's hitting 625, so...
I wish I ever hit 625.
Yeah. Regular season, 339. So a valuable asset for the offense of HCAW Bussen.
It's interesting that he's been playing every single game so far in 3 different field positions. So he's just a very multi-positional player.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another big value for the team. If you can switch people around.
It's a nice pitch by Murata, but just a bit inside.
And especially with the tournament, this catcher needs they need a break sometimes. But if you can still put him on a different position, have him at bat, that's great.
As Murata looks in and throws a low fastball, which is hit into center field, and we'll have a diving attempt in center field, but the ball just gets just a little bit by the center fielder, Danny Longhorst, who is not able to corral it, and instead it's an RBI base hit for Jair van Borculo. Dirksen moves to third, and of course Delano Salasa scores from third, and it's 1-0 HCAW Bussum. And once again, they draw first blood. They did so in yesterday's game and the night before.
Yep.
And they never look back.
Yeah, maybe in this broadcast we can also look at the scores from both teams and also the standings in the Pool A, which has been played in Amsterdam.
At the Amsterdam Pirates facility, Luc Luvendi Ballpark. You are watching HCAW Bussum against Capitals Bonn. We're in Bussum in the Rob Hofman Baseball Valley, as it's called here. As Murata kicks and fires, and Sherman Marlin is the next batter, and he fouls it back to the screen for a strike.
Big hack. Hitting 200 for this tournament. He's probably not too happy about that yet.
Murata definitely not a speedy worker. Then again, you said he was 38 years old, and I wasn't as fast anymore in my late 30s either.
Still nice if you have that age.
Absolutely.
Take good care of your body and can still compete on this level.
Absolutely. There's a nice Japanese leg kick. I love watching that. The speedy, almost slide steppy, swoopy movement.
They kind of like they extend their legs. It's like a stretchy thing before they actually
yeah, most Japanese
accelerate.
pitchers do it. It's interesting. But Murata at least not a submariner, because that would have been difficult to hit.
He still has pretty good mechanics, and I think his fastball is also pretty decent still.
Yeah, very clean mechanics. I like it. We talked about it on Tuesday as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these Asian pitchers, they are usually very strict on and very perfective. So as you can also see here,
Ooh, that's a nice pitch. Just a bit low.
they tend to keep it low a lot.
So Murata walks Sherman Marlin to load the bases with 2 outs here. As Max Dreyer makes his way into the batter's box, we'll get a mound visit. As you see, both catcher Vincent Arends and the pitching coach make their way to the mound to discuss matters. There is some activity in the bullpen for Capitals. It's someone stretching their legs in the most literal sense of the word. Number 29.
29. Christian Tomsic, I should say. His year of birth is 1978.
78.
So he is 1 year younger than I am. Wow.
He might be. Is he playing or is he a coach? That would be amazing if he's still active.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll see. We'll find out if he is active. He is stretching, so.
Yeah, and he has a little P on the roster, so.
So I guess so. All right, it's back time to baseball again because the mound visit is over. So Murata back to work against number 8 Max Dreyer, the third baseman for HCAW. As Murata kicks and fires and delivers, and that's ball number 1.
Max is hitting 333 for the tournament. And 342 for the season, so pretty constant there.
As Murata fires in the strike. So 1-1, 2 away here. Bases loaded with Bussemers. I like saying that, Bussemers. It sounds very like cannons almost. Hey, can you fire up the Bussemers? As Murata kicks, fires, and ooh, that's a nice little slider.
Yep. Nice late break on that one.
So 1-2, Murata ahead in the count now to Dreyer.
His pitching seems very effortless. I think that's one of the reasons why he's still able to compete on this level still.
And that next pitch, oh, that's nasty. And that's a strikeout for Dreyer, so huge strikeout for Murata with the bases loaded. And he ends up giving up only 1 run in an inning that had bases loaded situation multiple times, multiple Bussemers on the bases. It's a lot of Bs. As we head to the top of the second now, Capitals Bonn about to get going again on the offensive side of things. And we'll be back. Top of the second. GER back to work for HCAW, back on the mound. And he's facing, that would be Vincent Arends, I believe. Yes, jersey number 5. Vincent Arends, the catcher, one of the top hitters on the team. We looked up some stats earlier from Arends. He's a big bopper.
Yeah, he already has 3 home runs this season. Actually, we were looking at the team stats for Bonn. Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
20 and 11, so 20 wins, 11 losses. But they have already have 20 home runs and a team average of 281, 33 stolen bases, pretty high OPS, .841, and the team pitching is doing pretty well, 3.13 ERA with 148 Ks.
Yeah, it's as Arends swings and misses for a strikeout. It's interesting to see that this team leads the league in home runs by like a lot. What is the number 2 team? Was it like 7 or something as a team? And meanwhile, Bonn Capitals have knocked out a grand total 20. So powerful team. Also leading the league in stolen bases by 1. The number 2 team has 32.
Yeah, the Hamburg Steelers have 7 home runs.
Yeah, there you go.
So big difference.
And the Berlin Flamingos are the number 2 team in stolen bases with 32. But Bonn Capitals leading in both the power and the speed categories, which is interesting. Aggressive team. As we're looking at Anthony Klinzing, the right fielder. As Gio de Grauw is working quickly. That's a very good fastball on the outside. Swung through and missed.
It's pretty interesting. I'm looking at the stats of their pitcher, but maybe we'll talk about that next inning when they're actually pitching.
Yeah, we've courtesy of one of our friends in the chat, we have discovered where Toru Murata pitched last season, or this past season. So we'll be talking about that a little bit as you're looking at the backside of number 1 Anthony Klinzing. Klinzing with an interesting, deeply crouched down stance, leaning forward almost.
There's a slider on the outside corner.
Nice pitch.
Strike number 2, 2-2, 1 out.
Yeah, de Grauw definitely looking like he's in charge. He's finding the corners. His breaking stuff is working. As that is a nice pitch, but just a bit outside. The home plate umpire almost took that step back as if he wanted to call him out on strike 3.
And the catcher was about to throw the ball around.
Yeah, but now he's saying that pitch was high. Well, that pitch was anything but high. It might have been outside, but it was definitely not high. So de Grauw fires in his next pitch, and he lost his footing a little bit, so he walks Anthony Klinzing, bringing up Danny Lankhorst, the center fielder.
Yeah, he's hitting 353 on the season, so pretty good. It's what you expect, though, from their champions, right?
Right,
A lot of good pitchers, or pitchers and hitters.
I love the old school pants that Lankhorst is playing with. The old school ankle highs. It's not all the way down to his shoes. It's not the high socks. It's like the 90s pants. Love to see it.
That's what you call old school already?
That's what I call old
that's
school.
That's the way how I look. But that was in the 90s.
There you go. That's the that's the in Major League Baseball the steroid era, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
By which I'm not implying that Lankhorst is on steroids. Obviously, it's just a random observation. As the center fielder takes a long look in, as de Grauw is now taking a little bit more of his time, he's walking around the mound a little bit.
Yeah, Lankhorst is hitting 125 this tournament, so he could use a good at bat here.
It's a very nice pitch by de Grauw. Not quite sure what that was. It wasn't a slider, but maybe a changeup or something. And he follows that up with I was going to say with a strike on the outside, but
a little bit high and outside.
A little bit high outside, yeah. Yep. But a fastball. So once again, he's mixing his pitches in. He's throwing sliders, changeup, followed by fastballs. Yep. It's by the book, by design.
Yeah, especially with the guy first. You want to look for a ground ball here.
As the ball's grounded to the right side to the second base side, and Salasa with the diving play, but can't make it. Yeah, can't make it. He tried to make it a diving effort, but couldn't quite get to it. So a
good
base
pitch.
hit.
Yeah,
that was definitely a good pitch. Yeah,
good pitch, but also he fought it off to the right side and on the right location.
So Bonn Capital's in business. Runners on first and second, only one out now. And that brings up Daniel Sanchez. The open stance. There's de Grauw. Fires a ball high and inside. Not a very tall hitter, Sanchez, so a little bit of a mailbox strike zone maybe on him.
He's 1 meter and 65 centimeters.
There you go.
All these stats. Yeah.
As de Grauw winds, fires.
Great pitch.
Yeah. Yep. A little bit of a fake drag bunt or fake bunt step shuffle, but I don't think there was going to be bunt at any point.
Nope.
That was just to mess with de Grauw.
By the way, the size doesn't really matter if you are better. There are so many smaller side people in the big leagues that can hit the ball
Absolutely.
far, far, far away.
One of the reasons Jose Altuve took a little while to get to the major leagues. They always thought he was too small. And look where he is now.
Yeah.
That's
For
a very nice
pitcher-
pitch.
Yeah, for pitchers, a little bit different. Usually, because of the torque, because of the angle of the ball, and usually entire body. Usually, pitchers are the bigger sized people on the field.
Yeah, you can always say there's such a thing as a perfect pitcher's build. There's like almost like any scout is like, well, this guy has a perfect pitcher's body.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's a foul ball.
As
Oh.
Sanchez, I think, is hitting the helmet. Yeah.
Oh, really? It
Yeah, I
sounded
think
like
so.
his bat.
Oh, maybe he's got a hard head. He's going to first. No one's protesting, so my guess is it was indeed the helmet. So now Gio de Grauw has some work to do. Because the bases are loaded with Bonners. There you go. That works with the B for Bonn as well.
Yeah. Bonners, Bissemers. Yeah.
And number 19 is digging in. It's Luis Martin.
Second baseman of the
Once again,
Bonn Capitals.
a Latino name combination, a Latin player. As de Grauw fires in a strike. 1-0 HCAW, but that might change here for a second. Because there's some threats out there.
Yeah, it's good that he got ahead with his fastball first strike. Now he's able to maybe go to his off-speed pitch and force a ground ball for a double play, or force play at home plate to prevent the run.
It was a very nice slider for a strike. So big hole to climb out of here for Luis Martin. 0-2 count. Middle infielders playing back just a little bit. Corner infielders on the edge of the grass. The infield grass, I should say. They'll come home. If there's anything hit to them, they'll come home and try to turn a double play via catcher Julian Goins. Sherman Marlin even playing in front of the runner at first base. As that ball is
Nicely
hit
hit.
over the head of a jumping Bob van der Meer. And that'll score 2. So Bonn Capitals take the lead here. That's the first time this tournament that HCAW have trailed. Very, very nice job by Luis Martin, just floating it, lining it over the head of one of the better shortstops in Europe, defensively, Bob van der Meer, who just couldn't quite get to it. And that played 2 runs. So Bonn Capitals with the 2-1 lead here on the 2 RBI single by Luis Martin. And they're not quite done yet because there's still only 1 out in this inning and there's runners on first and second now.
You can pronounce his name. Next hitter.
Fildrik Llewellyn. I only know that because he played in the Netherlands last season.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty good hitter. He's hitting 344 in the regular season.
Yeah, his father checked in the chat last season during the Holland series at one point.
Oh, okay.
I think his father lives in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. So Fildrik batting from the left side, playing left field today as well, wearing the Jordan number, 23, which also used to be my jersey number for a while, by the way, for those of you interested. That will be no one. As de Grauw takes a long look in and fires it. Oh, that's a pitcher's pitch. They call that a pitcher's pitch. Very nicely executed there by the pitcher-catcher combo, de Grauw Goins. Fildrik Llewellyn not too happy with that. As that next pitch is high, nice job by Goins, keeping it in front of him, making sure that doesn't get to the backstop and puts 2 runners in scoring position. So 1-2 count here to Fildrik Llewellyn with Gio de Grauw with the chance here to maybe limit the damage to only 2 runs. But he needs an out. He needs at least 1 out here.
Yep. Oh.
As that next pitch is scooted by Goins, who can't find the baseball. He's located it.
Yep.
But that will move 2 runners up. So now they do have runners in scoring position, both of them, the Bonn Capitals, as Eric Brenk looks on from the on-deck circle. That would be a leadoff hitter, Eric Brenk. So Llewellyn batting 9th today, with a chance to do damage from the 9-hole. Base hit scores 2, and extends the lead for the Bonn Capitals. 2-2 count. As de Grauw awaits the signs from his catcher Julian Goins. As de Grauw fires a pitch in, and that is a ball high and outside. So a full count here.
Well, at least his velocity is good enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can see the pop from the catcher's mitt too. I used to love that little cloud of poofiness that came out of that glove.
Yep.
Makes everything look a little bit better.
Yep.
So full count pitch coming up here with runners on 2nd and 3rd. De Grauw fires, Frederik Llewellyn swings and misses, and that's a strikeout. So 2 away in the inning.
Big out.
Yeah, huge pitch there by Gio. Gio de Grauw, part of the same training program that Jair van Borculo was a part of. They're from the same academy, so to speak. Van Borculo in right field today. So that brings up Eric Brenk, the shortstop and leadoff hitter for the Bonn Capitals, and he takes strike 1 by de Grauw. Good job by him, again, getting ahead in the count by Gio. Pretty decent sized lead over at second base for Luis Martin. As de Grauw fires the next pitch. Ooh, that's a big hack, no contact. Well, some contact, but not the right direction.
Yeah, so as a second base runner, you especially with 2 outs, you want to get a good jump. If there's a base hit, you want to go for it.
Yeah, all Brenk needs to be thinking about here is just putting the ball in play. Put pressure on the defense, make them do something. Do not strike out. But he does on a nice breaking pitch by de Grauw, so he really does limit the damage.
Yeah.
And gets out of that bases loaded jam, giving up only 2 runs. Bonn Capitals have taken the lead. They're up 2-1 here in Bussum. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd, and we'll be back. Lazar, who's the home plate umpire last night. Marek Vikar over at first base, and behind the plate, Stéphane Giraud. And I'm going to guess he's French. I believe Marek Vikar was at the baseball week once as an umpire. Last year. This fake recollection that he umpired in the Netherlands before, during the Haarlem baseball week. Official scorer, Marco Stovelaar, to my right. Jeanette van Drunen also to my right. Good to see Marco back. Few people in the world who know more about Dutch baseball than Marco Stovelaar.
Yeah. I was in contact with him a couple of months back because he has this big stat book up until the 2000s. And I was happy to get a piece of that.
Nice. Yeah, he still has an enormous database of stats and information, but it's all on paper. So we still need to digitize everything, make sure that doesn't get lost to history.
Yep.
As in the meantime, we have Bob van der Meer digging in, and he is down 1 strike as he swings and hacks at that first pitch, or that second pitch, I should say. Grounds it over the short, and he's retired at first base for the out.
Yeah, we'll talk about Murata, the pitcher of Bonn Capitals, in a bit. But we also want to say hi back to Filbert, who is here again, still in Florida.
Phildrick Llewellyn's dad, checking in again.
Yep.
Good that you found us again. So yeah, tell me about Toru Murata, the 38-year-old from Osaka, Japan, who's on the mound for the Bonn Capitals, Julian.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise we couldn't find any stats, at least for Bonn Capitals this year. But we've looked at his baseball career, and it's pretty impressive. He started in 2008. He played for a lot of teams, but actually he actually played in a major league. One game he's got a loss, and that was for the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, back when they were still called the Cleveland Indians. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, long career in the minor leagues as well.
Yeah.
AAA Columbus, AA Akron, all for the Cleveland organization. And also multiple years, the last couple of years in Japan for the Nippon Ham Fighters. As he fires in the next pitch, and that hits him in the booty. So Goins will take first base as he takes one to the butt cheeks. And last season, or this past season, Murata pitched in Australia, right? The Australian ABL for Auckland.
Auckland, yes.
I don't think that team exists anymore. I might be wrong.
Yep. He's been traveling around the world, you can say.
Been around the world, and aye. That should be his walk-up song.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the top of the lineup, Delano Salasa.
And that's low for ball 1.
As that next pitch by Murata is high for ball 2.
So the stats are actually up to date. So he had a base hit in the first inning, and his average is now 714. Can it get any higher?
Let's take a look and see what Salasa does here. Goins always a threat to run, even though he's a catcher. And Salasa swings and hacks that ball in between short and third. That is a hard hit ground ball single. And, well, you called it.
Yeah.
Could it get any higher? Yes, it did.
Yes, it can.
It can, and it did. So, HCAW back in business, chasing the Bonn Capitals now as the Germans are leading 2-1. Here in the bottom of the second inning in another absolutely gorgeous evening in Bussum.
I'm pretty impressed. They look like a pretty solid team to me.
Absolutely.
Good hitters, good pitching, good field.
So, Jandro Tromp on your screen right now, number 32. The stocky left-handed hitter. And he chases that first pitch and grounds it over to first. That's a fairly easy play there for Terrell Joyce, who steps on the bag and retires Tromp, but he does move both runners up a base. So at least it was another productive at-bat. And as we talked about at the start of the game, he's hitless on the tournament, Jandro, but his at-bats have been productive in multiple various ways. Multiple various, that's a little double, but...
And this brings up Kevin Dirksen, the number 3 hitter, left fielder.
Base hit scores 2 here. As you see the flags waving in the wind, it's another pretty windy day here in the valley.
And it's blowing in a little bit. Yeah.
So Murata ready to get this at bat underway with the pitch to Dirkse. That's low for ball one.
It's always funny, the wind. It's they think it's a factor that doesn't really matter, but and a lot of people might think as a pitcher you want the wind behind your back, but I really loved a little bit wind against me because it gave a lot more movement on my fastballs, and my curveball was breaking a lot more.
As Julian Goins over third base is not only halfway home by the time Murata releases the baseball, he's also jumping around and dancing around quite a bit, trying to distract the starting pitcher from Japan. As the 2-0 pitch is
just missed outside.
Just a little bit off the plate. 3-0 to Kevin Dirkse, Quinten de Cuba on deck, Jerry van Borkelo in the hole. Both guys who hit home runs yesterday,
yeah.
de Cuba and Borkelo.
Yeah. This guy is a pretty experienced pitcher. We talked about him a minute ago, so he's probably not going to throw a lot of pretty stuff here because he's got first base open.
3-0 pitch. Let's see if Dirkse has the green light. He does not, because he takes a strike. So 3-1. Either way, you're going to want to extend the inning here. As Murata kicks and fires. That's a strike. That's a nice slider.
So slider fouled off, still full count, 2 outs. We got second and third base occupied. Big pitch coming up.
As Murata fires, that's a breaking ball hit high in the air by Dirksen. That's going into left center field, where it will be caught by Danny Longhorst, the center fielder. So Murata pitches out of a jam, and we'll head to the top of the third with the German team leading 2-1. So top of the third inning, and the Bonn Capitals are back at bat, and Terrell Joyce is the leadoff hitter in the inning. Still up against Gio de Grauw.
Terrell's having a great tournament, hitting 625.
As that next pitch by Gio is smashed into the outfield. And that's a base hit for Terrell Joyce. And the Capitals really are seeing something with Gio de Grauw, because even though they've only scored 2 runs, they are seeing him very well.
Yeah, this pitch was up a little bit, so usually pitches up in the strike zone are a little bit more easy to hit. There's his first pitch, fouled off. 0-1. No outs. Runner on first base. Which is Terrell Joyce. Slider, way outside, 1-1.
So Wilson Lee with a chance here to get the rally going, and Bonn Capitals might be looking to do something here.
Off.
Runner's on his way. And that throw by Goins goes into center field. So the runner is safe at second base. Stolen base for Terrell Joyce.
Yep, we already mentioned this. They were leading stolen bases, so.
Oh, there you go. As Joyce greets Bob van der Meer. A little handshake there. A little how you doing. So back to Wilson Lee in the batter's box, now with a chance to drive in a run here. As that next pitch is blooped into the right field area, but foul and out of play. So 2-2 pitch about to be thrown by Gio de Grauw from the pitcher's mound, as Wilson Lee is awaiting the baseball, and he chops it to second base. Nice play there by the combination Salasa and Van der Meer as they throw out Wilson Lee at first base. Terrell Joyce moves over to third, and that puts an out on the board, as we have been checking on the chat a little bit. Thank you, Helgaard, for confirming that the Auckland team that I was mentioning before has indeed gone bankrupt and is no longer active in the ABL. Very unfortunate to hear.
Yep.
That brings up Vincent Arends, the catcher. Lefty hitting slugger, as he takes ball 1 outside by Gio de Grauw.
Yeah, a lot of great players from Australia. In the Olympics in 2000, a lot of we played Australia there. I actually pitched that game. I started, but many guys playing in the minor leagues.
Yeah, for those of you who have never heard that story before, Jurian was active in the 2000 Olympics for Team Netherlands. One of the greatest Olympic baseball tournaments, I think, ever, the 2000 Olympics. Yeah. With, of course, you guys handing Cuba their first ever loss at the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah. Ken Brockmiller. He pitched the game against Cuba.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good old Kenny Brockmiller.
Pat Murphy was the coach back then. And a lot of great players from the Dutch National League. Robert Eenhoorn, Rickert van Eyten, Ralph Milliard. Hensley Modens.
Hensley Modens, of course, yeah. Current WBC coach for the Netherlands, the manager of Team Kingdom of the Netherlands during the WBC, and active as the hitting coach for the Colorado Rockies right now.
Yep.
As de Grauw fires a pitch just a bit high to Arends. 2-2.
Yeah, we started off tournament really well. Unfortunately, I think we lost to South Africa, and we missed the semi-finals on I think one game.
No. I do remember, I think I told this before during the Holland series when we were doing a broadcast as well, but I still remember the montage that the Dutch Broadcasting NOS system made for that day. As Gio de Graaf fires in another pitch. That's an off-speed pitch. Blooped into the outfield where it's caught in left field by Kevin Dirksen, but it is deep enough to score the runner from third. So Terrell Joyce crosses the plate, and it's 3-1 Bonn Capitals on a sacrifice fly by Sven Arends. Excuse me, Vincent Arends. Sven Arends is someone else I know. And yeah, to finish that story, they had a montage. They made a montage of that game, of that Olympic day, because the NOS would always do that. Like make a little montage of the Olympic day, and they put U2's Beautiful Day as the soundtrack with lots of footage of you guys beating Cuba.
Yeah, I think it even made the front paper of the of one of the USA papers. Yeah, it was a big upset. Yeah. First pitch, fastball, fouled away.
By Anthony Cleansing, the right fielder for the Bonn Capitals. Big swing and a miss there by Cleansing for a strike. So 0-2 count to the outfielder.
Impressive. Hugh hit 570 over 500 in the regular competition.
Wow.
Actually, he's the league leader, but I think I mentioned that already.
As de Graaf fires a breaking ball in the dirt, and that's swung on and missed by Cleansing, and that ends the inning, but not before Bonn Capitals put another run on the board. They lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Now up for HCAW number 4, Quinten de Cuba, the DH. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Bonn Capitals leading 3-1.
Yeah, HCAW definitely looking to claw their way back into this ballgame. They had no problem dispatching of the Rouen Huskies in game 1 and the Arrows from Ostrava, the Czech team, yesterday, winning by double-digit margins. 2 mercy rules yesterday and the day before. So let's see if Quinten de Cuba can get a rally going here. As he grounds that to first base. It's a very nice play by Terrell Joyce. Very nice stop by the first baseman. A little flip and the out is recorded. So Quinten de Cuba retired for out number 1, and that brings up Jair van Borkelo. He of the monster home run yesterday. Really broke the game wide open.
Yeah, we open up the window a little bit here in the box.
Yeah, needed a little bit of fresh air. It's a
Pretty.
scorcher here tonight.
Yep.
I think the people at home maybe heard you pop your can of Coca-Cola. So
That's a commercial.
we need to hydrate. Yeah, Coca-Cola can call me anytime. I will happily endorse, as that next pitch by Murata is a strike to Jair van Borkelo.
Seemed a bit outside though.
Yeah, van Borkelo also looked back a little bit and said, hey, maybe not, but sure. He's got 2 more to play with. As Murata fires a pitch, and yeah, that was definitely high. So the French home plate umpire a little inconsistent the last 2 innings with his balls and strikes. But now you have to adjust. Baseball is a game of adjustments. And Van Borkelo,
Sharply hit.
yeah,
Yep.
does just that. There's the adjustment he makes. See the pitch, hit the pitch up the middle for a base hit. So Van Borkelo with another hit.
Yep. He it was a off-speed pitch, and he took something off his swing and made nice contact. Great hitting. One of the topics also, the sun here is we had some sun delays already, so maybe the catcher and the umpire are starting to get a little bit of trouble.
No, let's hope not. That sun delay from game 1 was a little too long to my taste.
Yep. Here is the image you can see.
Sherman Marlin, the lefty slugger, digs in, and he goes first pitch hunting, skies it in the left field.
It's a foul ball.
Yeah, it's a foul ball. Yeah, I was trying to look past the foul pole, the flag pole here, and past that giant photo lens of one of the photographers on the side here. So as Vincent Arends leaves a present for Sherman Marlin on the home plate, that's his bat. We'll do it again. 0-1 to count. As once again skied by Sherman Marlin. It's foul and out of play.
Yep. Nice location. Yeah, he's controlling his pitches pretty well, I think. Changing speeds.
As Murata,
Here's the runner.
the runner goes, and he is out at second base. Nice throw by Arends there. Gunning down from Borkelo, trying to steal second. Borkelo looking back at Sherman Marlin. There might have been some miscommunications there. Maybe
Missed
hit and run, yeah. Could have been a straight steal, I don't know. But saw him look back just for a second. Okay, was that supposed to happen? So in the meantime, it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs now here in the inning, and Murata is about to pitch his way out of not really a jam, because he strikes out Sherman Marlin on a high fastball.
Yep, another good inning.
So 2 quick outs.
For Mr. Murata.
So we're heading to the 4th inning. Capitals Bonn 3, HCAW Bussum 1. Beckenbussum. Dieurgau back to the mound for HCAW, trailing 3-1. Capitals Bonn in the lead. That's the first pitch strike, so that's quickly followed up by pitch number 2. That's low and in the dirt and goes all the way to the backstop.
Yeah.
So
Bonn Capitals are actually, they're 1-1. They beat the Rouen Huskies 7-2. And they lost to the Arrows from Czech Republic.
that's kind of surprising as De Grauw fires it in, and it's chopped up the middle. Handled cleanly by Bob van der Meer, and he throws out the runner. So Longhorst retired. Yeah, I know. I saw the Arrows yesterday. They got manhandled by HCAW at times.
Yeah.
And currently, the Capitals are leading the team that has basically blown out 2 other opponents.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
It's baseball, baby. Anything can happen. Any given day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that will bring us to Daniel Sanchez in the batter's box, who looks at a first pitch, a ball. As the Gauw fires it in, it's fouled off by Sanchez.
Good pitch.
It's a good pitch. 1-1.
Low outside. Pretty good crowd today again.
I can think of worse things, worse ways to spend my my Thursday evening than sitting here in the sunshine watching a baseball game.
Yep.
As the Grauw loops what seems to be like a hard curveball.
Yeah.
In there, like a 12-6 drop action. And a big swing and a miss for Sanchez. So 1-2 now. As the Grauw throws another off-speed pitch, it's chopped to third base, handled by Max Dreyer, and a quick throw to first retires Daniel Sanchez for the out. So 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning, bringing the other diminutive Latino baseball player to the plate, back-to-back. It's Luis Martin.
Second baseman.
So the Grauw back to work quickly. Fires it in. It's low for a ball. Fastball for a strike there. So 1-1. 3-4-0 for the guests from Capitals. 1-5-0 for the home team on the scoreboard. As the Grauw fires in another fastball for a strike, and I think Martin was sad he didn't swing at that one.
Yep, it was a beauty. Right through the middle.
Next pitch is a breaking pitch in the dirt. Nice scoop there by Julian Goins.
Yep. 2-2. 2 outs.
Well, that next pitch is grounded to third to Max Dreyer, the sure-handed Max Dreyer, who fires to first. So that's 3 outs. Gio de Grauw with a clean inning. But Capitals Bonn in the lead, 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 4th with the Germans taking the field.
All right, we're back. Bottom of the fourth inning. Toru Morata still on the hill, and he's doing pretty well.
He certainly is.
He's keeping hitters off balance, changing speeds.
As he gets us underway here in the bottom of the fourth inning with a strike to Max Dreyer.
Strike two.
Yeah, that's another one. Morata really found his groove here.
Yeah.
Working quickly, throwing strikes.
It looks so easy how he throws.
So long look this time in as Dreyer skies it in the center field where it will be caught by Denny Lankhorst. So that's a quick out number one.
I'm not sure about the pitch count, but I think Moratu's not too high up there.
We got a couple of quick, like early swings in the at bats earlier in the game.
Yeah. But after that, he has controlled the game.
And that brings up shortstop Bob van der Meer.
Nice pitch, just a little bit too low.
Yeah, Morata's really been in charge. And in case you're just tuning in, welcome to the Baseball European Champions Cup 2023. As you can see from the graphic in the top right of your screen, Capitals from Bonn are leading HCAW Bussum 3-1 here in the fourth inning. My name is Jasper Roos. I'm in the booth here with Jurian Lobezo, former Dutch national team pitcher and national champion with HCAW in 1998.
And 96.
And 96.
Yeah.
Give credit where credit's due. As Van der Meer flies out to center field.
The first one is always more memorable.
That is true, yeah, that is true.
And it was actually, final game was at home. So
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
98 we beat Neptunus, but that was in Rotterdam. Yeah.
And of course, then it took another 25 years before another national championship was brought to Bussum. That was last season.
Yeah.
Also, the clincher at home here in the Rob Hofman Valley. We were there.
Yes.
As our next hitter is Julian Goins, who chops at the third base. He doesn't realize that's a fair ball. It is a fair ball, so Goins is quickly retired, as is the size.
That's another fast inning.
That is really quickly. Light work by Murata here. So, well, I guess we're going to the fifth.
Maybe HCAW can sign him up next year.
Yeah, that would be nice. At 39 years old, could be a new starter for HCAW. We already have a good
Yes.
pitching staff.
Oh,
So
yes.
we'll see what happens. We'll head to the fifth inning. We'll be back in a second. Top of the 5th inning here in Bussum, with GER back to the mound for the home team, and Fildrik Llewellyn digging in, the left-handed hitting Llewellyn, who looks at the first pitch, and that's a strike. A pitch so nice, we'll show it twice.
If Bonn win, both HCAW and Bonn have 2 wins, 1 loss.
So the next pitch by De Grauw is lined into the outfield by Llewellyn. And that finds some grass, so that's a base hit for Fildrik.
I love his swing.
Me too.
Yeah.
So smooth, so straight to the ball.
Yeah.
Not a lot of wasted movement.
And it always seems lefties have a nicer looking swing than
Absolutely.
righties. I don't know why that is, but
Ken Griffey Jr. is still the best left-handed swing in history.
yeah.
So Llewellyn at first base. We'll go to the top of the order. Eric Brenk is the batter. And Brenk awaits the pitch. He squares the bunt and pushes it down the first base line. So he'll sacrifice himself, because that's a perfect sacrifice bunt, moving Llewellyn to second base. As Sherman Marlin fielded the ball cleanly, made the play. No chance to get the runner at second base. So that brings up number 33, that is Terrell Joyce. Having a good game so far, both defensively and offensively, been very important for the Capitals today.
Yeah, and he scored a run. In the, I think the 3-1 was on his name.
Yep, sacrifice fly, I believe that scored him.
Yep.
First pitch is in the dirt, so that's ball 1. As you look at Gio De Grauw on the mound, backed up by Sherman Marlin at first base, number 25. You see in the back. As
a little chat.
Yeah, we're getting a different baseball. This baseball is no bueno. Says Marek Vikar.
They don't check their hands, right, after every inning. Or
No, I don't think they have a sticky.
The first time I saw it in the big leagues, I was like, what? What is that?
Why do you want to see my hands? Did you ever use, serious question, did you ever use something on your hands to give you more grip that wasn't allowed?
No, not at all, no.
You were just a Rosenbach kind of guy. As that next pitch is shot in and hit the short.
Yeah.
As Van der Meer goes to third, and Llewellyn is safe at third base, even though the HCAW players are claiming he came off the bag.
I thought it was a right call.
I think so too. As far as you know, this is pretty much our angle. Our this camera angle that you're seeing right now at home is about maybe 2 meters to our left.
Yeah.
I think it was the right call. I didn't see him get off the back. So, interesting decision by Van der Meer to go to third to try to get Llewellyn.
Yeah.
Interesting decision by Llewellyn to run to third, even though the ball was hit in front of him. You're generally taught when you're a kid not to do that.
If you go to third, you have to make a sure out. So
Yeah, and but Van der Meer didn't do that. They're gonna talk it over. So Dreyer says he came off the bag. I had my glove on him, and also Danny Romley coming out now. As Van der Meer and Salassa are talking to the umpire, as is Dreyer, and now Danny Romley entering the screen there on the right. So they're talking things over, and that's once again umpire Salazar. He has. I don't think he's enjoyed himself the last couple of days. He was the guy responsible for the signal mix-up in Game 1, where he called a player out, and then the call was overturned, but he gave the wrong signal again.
Yeah.
He was behind home plate yesterday and was fairly inconsistent, especially later on in the game. That could have been due to the sun, so let's give him a break there.
Yeah.
And now he's once again being talked to.
But yeah, great job by Danny Roby to come out.
Yeah,
make sure his players don't get tossed, because that would be a pity.
It didn't seem like it was a very angry conversation. They were just talking about their days together.
Yeah. Well, you never know. They can get heated pretty fast.
In the meantime, we have runners on first and third for the Bonn Capitals, and we got a runner going. That's Terrell Joyce taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no throw.
Huge jump.
So stand-up stolen base. That means with Llewellyn at third and Joyce at second, there's a chance here for Wilson Lee to drive in a couple runs.
Yep. That's high for ball 1. So it's 1-1.
De Grauw receiving the signals from Julian Goins behind the home plate. As that next pitch is high once again for a ball. So 2-1.
Yeah, talking about your, the rosin bag and the grip of the baseball.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I really liked the driest possible hands that I could get. And when I was in Florida, it was very humid, and I actually shaved my arms, removed my hairs because there was always, moist in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I really loved, just have really dry hands. Yep.
I think we're getting activity in the HCAW bullpen.
Number 99, I believe.
I will take your word for it. So in the meantime, we have a 2-2 count here to Wilson Lee. Yeah, multiple players heading towards the bullpen. We also see Brentley Martina walking around, warming up as that next pitch is grounded to the pitcher Gio de Grauw,
Yep.
who fields it cleanly, looks back the runner at third, and then throws out
That's
Wilson Lee at first.
Yeah, that's the way you do it. I was looking at the stats of Wilson Lee. He's hitting below 100, so.
Well, you see what we're talking about, activity in the bullpen.
Yep. Yeah, I think Gio used quite some pitches, so he's probably up to the, I don't know, 80 maybe, 80 pitches, maybe even more.
That's of course Arjen Nijkamp warming up in the bullpen.
There's the slider. A little bit up, but he swings miss.
Nathan Diaby also on his way to the bullpen. He pitched in yesterday's game. As the next pitch is lined up the middle by Vincent Arends, and that will plate a pair.
Yep.
As that throw is late.
Yeah.
So Arends moves to second base, and he will have a 2 RBI base hit. And once again, it's Vincent Arends, the clutch man.
Yep.
In the middle of the Bonn order.
Yeah, the throwback from the outfield was really high, so he missed his cutoff guy and gave Vincent
a chance to move to second base. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, it's 5-1 Bonn Capitals.
Yeah. Yeah. I was waiting to pitch, but you have to give the Bonn Capitals credit. They're
Absolutely.
playing a really good game.
I think that's Setley Karel as well heading to the bullpen. Take a look if I'm correct. I am correct.
He didn't bring his glove. We don't have these phones. You cannot call from the dugout. Use the phone. So he's probably communicating.
There's a lot of people in the bullpen now for HCAW, because there's another one coming out of the dugout and heading that way. So
we had a first pitch strike, fouled away.
Jasper Elfrink also on his way out there. He's certainly not carrying a glove. Sedley has a glove in his hand, so he's definitely warming up. Sedley Karel.
He just left his glove out there.
I think so, yeah.
Make sure you won't forget.
So De Grauw, meantime, is dealing with Anthony Klinzing, who pops it foul and out of play.
Another breaking ball, good location.
So 0-2 count here for De Grauw.
There you can see the activity in the bullpen.
Yep, that's Sedley Karel tossing in the back. I think Jasper Elfrink is behind him. He's just there to chill, though. He just sat down. So you always hear funny stories about bullpens, right?
Yeah.
They're always joking around. That's this 0-2 pitch that's about to come in to Cleansing is a ball as it's low. Yeah, there's always some tomfoolery going on with relievers. They're always there's some funny videos from years past of relievers in the major leagues having fun.
Yeah. I mean,
got to do something, right?
Basically, you're waiting.
You're sitting on your butt the entire game, waiting to be called on within a second.
Yeah, I actually started as a reliever in the Dutch national team when I was young, but after a while, I went to the starting rotation.
As de Gauw strikes out Cleansing. So that ends the inning, but not before Vincent Arends drives in a pair. Bonn Capitals are up 5-1. I'm going to ask you a little bit more about who was the funniest person in the bullpen in the next inning, but for now, stay with us. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth. Capitals 5, HCAW 1. Back to work. Capitals Bonn are running away with it right now, up 5-1. And HCAW really need to kick things into gear if they want to have a chance in this ball game. As Delano Salasa has grabbed the bat, and it's his turn to once again lead off an inning.
Soft curveball for strike. We were looking at his pitches, and we were right. He only threw. This was number 58, of which 37 strikes. So
yeah, so Murata definitely working economically, as that pitch was very low, but framed nicely by Vincent Arends, pulled back up into the strike zone. Murata is doing a little bit of redecorating on the mound. As the next pitch comes in to Salasa, that's fouled and out of play for a strike. So 0-2. Yeah, as you said during the last inning as well, Jurjan. Gio de Grauw not as economical, close to 90 pitches on the game.
Yep.
So his day will be coming to an end shortly, you would think. As the next pitch by Murata comes in, that's low and outside. So yeah, I mentioned in the last inning, I want to ask you about who was the funny. So when you were a reliever in the Dutch national team, you were in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Who was the prankster? Who was the funny guy?
Ilko Jans.
Ilko Jans. Yeah. Legendary pitcher from back in the day, as Salasa grounds it right to Murata, who knocks it down, flips it to first for the out, and Salasa is retired. What's the kind of stuff that Ilko Jansen would pull?
Well, he was always trying to find the game in everything. So throwing little rocks or whatever. Everything was trying to make it a game. Yeah.
Anything to keep keep the entertainment factor high, I guess.
Great pitcher, great personality too.
Absolutely. As Jandro Tromp looks at strike one. Murata really looking for the corners because he's been getting them consistently called in his favor for the last inning or two.
Nice pitch outside. Strike 2.
As Jean Tromp looks at it, and there it is. That's base hit number 1 on the tournament for Jean Tromp. We've been talking about it for 2 days. He was hitless on the tournament.
Yep.
But there it is. Line drive shot over the head of the second baseman for a single.
Yep. And both teams have 6 hits each.
There we go. The only difference is HCAW have scored 1 run.
Yep.
The Germans have scored 5. So now it's up to Kevin Derksen. Dirksen, I should say. I should pronounce that properly. Kevin Dirksen to, well, at least try to move the runner over.
And he's 1 for 2 this game.
So Murata with a chance here to limit the damage. As the pitch comes in, that's a nice breaking ball on the inside. Definitely a strike and called as such. So 0-1 count. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Dirksen always a threat to homer off of you. You see Tromp take his lead as Dirksen grounds it to short, and it gets by the shortstop. And Tromp is going to third.
He's dropping the ball.
Yep, third baseman dropped the ball. There you get the replay, instant replay, as that ball is dropped, as you can see. So Tromp being aggressive on the base paths, taking an extra base. You got to manufacture something when you're down by 4 runs, and HCAW are definitely not backing down. They're not rolling over and playing dead. So a single for Dirksen.
Great aggressive running there.
That was an interesting hit too. Like it seemed like it went right through the shortstop. That's Eric Brenk.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it bounced off his glove.
yeah.
Yep. But it was hard hit, so.
Definitely a hard hit ball, as
Yep.
Kevin Dirksen is bound to do. And that means Quinten de Cuba has grabbed the bat and has dug into the batter's box. Are you expecting like a hit and run or some action here? I think the Japanese pitcher is, because he just stepped off and wants to take a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, it's going to try to get the runner off balance.
Dirksen not super speedy, so it won't be a straight steal, but he's not going just yet, as that breaking pitch is high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, it's a difficult call here. With the speedy runner, you would definitely expect some movement, but you don't want to get the second out on second base and, then have 2 outs with somebody on third.
And as good a hitter as Quinten de Cuba is, he is bound to swing and miss a bit every now and again, as that pitch is called a ball. That was a strike 2 batters ago to Tromp, twice in 1 at bat.
This would be a nice situation for a bunt.
As that ball gets away from Arons, but still kind of sort of underneath him. As Dirksen is on his way to second, and he is thrown out at second base.
Yeah. Out by, I don't know, 2-3 meters.
Yeah, that was an interesting situation.
A little bit unlucky, because I think the umpire held the ball against his leg, so otherwise I think the ball would have been in the backstop.
Yeah.
That would have helped, but...
I think the umpire, I don't know, got hit by something in an unfortunate spot. Confusion all around. Oh well. Dirksen is retired at second base, so we have 2 outs now, and instead of runners on first and third, there's only a runner at third. So de Cuba now really needs a base hit to play Tromp from third base, to make that aggressive base running from Tromp pay off.
Quinten is hitting 444, so pretty decent. Today he's over 2 though.
As Morata fires in the pitch, that's a fastball right down the middle. Wow.
Yeah, Morata has 3 strikeouts so far, so not too many.
His next pitch is an off-speed that dips low out of the zone as the Kuba swings and grounds it to first base to retire the side. So despite some runners on and some aggressive base running, HCAW not able to capitalize, and the other Capitals are leading at 5-1. We head to the top of the 6th here in Bussum. And we're back in business here, and for those,
Great.
yeah, well, take it away, Julian.
Yeah, it's a line shot to right field and great diving catch for the first out. That was Danny Lankhorst, by the way.
That means we're heading to the bottom of the inning. The 7 and 8 hitters scheduled next. Daniel Sanchez, the first. So GER is still back out there. He might touch 100 pitches then today, and might then be taken out at some point as that first pitch. It's called a strike. Let's just leave it at that. So De Grauw with the next pitch, and that is grounded to second base. Delano Salasa handles it cleanly, flips it to Sherman Marlin for the out. That's out number 2. That's a quick 2 outs here for GER De Grauw.
Very efficient inning. No?
Yeah. It's not over yet, though. We have Luis Martin walking up to the plate.
Yeah, he's up to 90 pitches now.
Yeah, so Gio's day might be done after this inning. Even though there's no one really throwing in the bullpen for HCAW. There's a lot of sitting around.
Yeah.
So first pitch by Gio is a ball.
Yeah, on these days when it's like 24, 25 degrees, it doesn't take you a whole lot of time to warm up, actually. So
That is true. As that pitch comes in, and Luis Martin
Drilled.
lines it by a diving Max Dreyer, who went full extension, Superman style, but can't quite get it.
very well hit. Line drive.
So that's a base hit for Luis Martin, who is on base once again. That brings up Fildrik Llewellyn.
Who is 1 for 2 this game.
As I try to pick off the runner. Unsuccessfully. And now they do so successfully. So back-to-back pickoff attempts. And the second time they fool Luis Martin, who is retired. And that retires the side as the sun is creeping in from left field.
Yeah,
there you go.
Here's the image that we wanted you to see. So sun is moving towards the old water tower of Bussen. There's actually companies now in there located, businesses, but
yeah, odds are we're going to be seeing a sun delay at some point tonight. Because we saw yesterday, because there was such a huge score difference that the umpires really wanted to continue and just finish the game, just wrap it up and mercy rule it and go home.
Yep.
But given the fact that this is only a 4-run difference between the Capitals and HCAW, that means we're dealing with the potential for a sun delay. We have a pitching change in the meantime for the Germans. Number 21 has taken the mound.
That's Lee Wilson.
Wilson Lee. So yeah, that's the DH is now pitching.
Yeah. On the roster, he's mentioned as an outfielder. So
multi-position eligibility.
I'll get back to you with some stats on him.
He's the the Capitals Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. He's unreal.
Who, Shohei or
Shohei.
or Wilson? A decorated set of arms on him. As you can see, lots of tattoos. So as he's throwing his warm-up pitches, we'll tell you that the scheduled hitters for HCAW are Jair van Borkelo, Sherman Marlin, and Max Dreyer.
I think this is this is I think Wilson Lee. He's from Australia. He has pitched 17 innings so far, 20 Ks, and he is 2-2 with an 3.12 ERA. So
last pitched in Australia in 2018-2019 for Adelaide, with which he spent most of his career. He is listed on Baseball Reference as indeed a relief pitcher, right fielder, and first baseman.
Yep.
31-year-old from Darwin, Australia. As Van Borkelo swings and misses, so that's an 0-2, quick 0-2 count here for the slugger, and the home plate umpire wants him to get a move on, which I kind of understand.
Oh.
So 0-2 pitch coming in as that. Whoa,
wow.
That goes straight to the backstop.
Thank God the mascot was not playing around there.
That would have been bad. All right, 1-2 count here to Jair van Borkelo.
Who pops it up to the first baseman side.
Just on the outside side of the fence.
Yep.
For a foul pop-up.
Terrell Joyce, first baseman, cannot reach it.
He was Johnny on the spot, but couldn't quite reach the baseball.
Jair's 2 for 2 this game.
Yeah, he's having a great tournament. He might be in the running for some of the individual awards.
Yep. Well, if you're hitting 700.
With a home run and a bunch of RBIs on the tournament.
Yep.
So 2-2 pitch here from Wilson Lee, as that's fouled back to the screen by Van Borkelo. Nice, quick, compact swing. Checking in with the home plate umpire. Was that a strike? Yep, that would have been a strike. So that's quite the fastball that the Australian has on him, by the way.
Yep. By the way, Wilson was born in 1991, so he's 32 years of age.
That also confirms that it is the same Wilson Lee as I found on Baseball Reference, because he's also born in 1991.
Oh,
so.
okay, that's good. What are the odds?
Played Rookie League for the Pittsburgh Pirates back in 2011-2012 as Van Borkelo strikes out.
Yep, slider in the dirt.
So one away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh. Yep, there he goes. As Sherman Marlin makes his way to the plate, home plate umpire needs a refill on the baseball side of things. As we have players and pitchers and positional players warming up for HCAW. So we might get to see some changes in the near future. As that's ball 1 to Sherman Marlin. As that next pitch is also called a ball.
I'm kind of surprised that they changed Morata. Maybe they want to save him for a future game.
Well, the way he was pitching today, I would kind of understand that.
Two balls, one strike, one out in the bottom of the 6th.
As Wilson winds, fires, and throws it in the dirt.
And Bonn Capitals still leading 5-1.
As that next pitch by Lee is a strike, so full count to Sherman Marlin. As Arends sets up low and outside.
Payoff pitch.
It is outside, yes. So ball 4 to Sherman Marlin. And that gives HCAW a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we have a pinch runner. That's the changes I was talking about coming up. Brentley Martina was warming up for a while. And he's your pinch runner over at first base. Sherman Marlin taken out of the ball game. And I am going to guess that means that Delano Salasa is moving to right field, Brentley Martina to second base, and Jerry Van Borkelo to first base in the next inning.
Okay.
There you go.
See.
That's my guess.
We got a speedy runner now on first base.
Very speedy runner. So Wilson will have to pay attention to him. But from the looks of it, he's got a pretty deceptive... and then Arends goes to first. Almost surprising Brentley Martina.
Yeah. Nice first pitch, first strike.
From the looks of it, Wilson Lee has a very deceptive movement when it comes to the base runner, because Martina ran all the way back to first base, even though Lee went home with the pitch.
Yeah.
So that's a ball 1-1. Max Dreyer at the plate.
It's a powerful thing as a lefty. You have a good... if you can fool them. If you have a very efficient pickoff as a lefty, you're going to get a lot more double plays.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And steals, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, Andy Pettit and Mark Burley, two of the best pickoff moves I've ever seen.
Yep.
Burley was unreal.
Plenty of hours practice on that.
Yep.
You draw this little line straight to the dugout, and you need to, make sure that you step on the line.
Long look in by Lee. really trying to mess with the timing for Martina, and now he goes to first.
Yeah.
How much are you consciously thinking about that as a pitcher when you have a runner on, like really messing up their timing, like taking more time in between pitches?
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes away a lot of concentration on your pitches, actually.
Dreyer is called out on strikes, but it wasn't strike 3 yet.
I was about. That's a, a fancy second strike move there.
Excuse me.
Oh,
He is out. Well,
he was right.
well, the scoreboard was not up to speed then, and I was obviously also taking a sip from my can of iced tea. It seemed like the home plate umpire was the only one who was convinced it was strike 3, but then Vincent Arendt said something, and Dreyer decided to make his way to the dugout.
Yep.
So now it's up to Bob van der Meer. Another timely strikeout here for Bonn Capitals pitching, by the way, as, yep, that was clearly a pickoff, ever going to be a pickoff, with Lee looking over to first base multiple times. As that next pitch is a strike.
Yep.
Nice fastball again by Lee to Bob van der Meer.
So Sabine Walter on the chat mentions that Mr. Wilson, yeah, he's started at Bonn Capitals in 2015. And
There
the
you go.
first season he hit...
There goes Brendan Martina, by the way. Yep, there he goes. And he steals second base.
Yep.
Oh, that's what you put a pinch runner in for.
So his first year up, he hit over 450 for the Bonn Capitals.
Oh, poor Luis Salazar. Guess what? Someone's coming to argue with Salazar.
Yep.
On the far left side of your screen right there. Oh, well, other camera angle. They're talking it over. You'll have to believe me.
Maybe a question for the people in the chat who are familiar with the Bonn Capitals. If this becomes a close game, who is going to be their closer?
The conversation's over, by the way, but a little joking between the third base coach for HCAW and the Capitals manager, as the German makes his way back to the dugout, shaking his head, as this next pitch by Wilson is fired over everyone's head into the backstop. So that moves Brendan Martina into third. He's smiling at the Martina. Look at that! Look at that! He's smiling, and he's joking with. I think there's a couple of his friends either on the right side of the dugout of Bonn Capitals, or he has a friend inside the dugout. But he's having a good time. Brendan Martina always with a smile on his face. You love to see it. People who enjoy playing baseball. Next pitch coming in to Bob van der Meer, who swings and misses right through that off-speed offering by Wilson Lee. That's the next pitch by Lee is down in the dirt. Van der Meer swings right through it. Arends picks it up, fires to first, and retires Bob van der Meer. So nothing doing here in the sixth inning score-wise for HCAW as we head to the top of the seventh with Bonn Capitals up 5-1 over HCAW Bussum. So there's a lot going on the field, as you can see. And while we were muted, we were trying to figure out what's going on exactly. I think they're talking about the sun. This is the sun delay we mentioned before.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure why there's such a hot debate going on.
But it's always the batting team who's, in this point of the game, is going to discuss things, because I can imagine that it does infect the hitters at this point.
Yeah, it's there's a little bit of yelling, a little bit of yelling. I don't like it when people yell. But we're back in business. We're gonna play baseball, and much to my surprise, Gio de Grauw back out there for a 7th inning of work. So I guess Gio has a rubber arm today. He's got a 1-1 count to Fildrik Llewellyn, he of the sweet lefty swing that you talked about last at bat, Jurjan.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can put the bat to the baseball once more and humor us, as that's high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, he's up to pitch 95, 60 strikes though, so that's a pretty good percentage.
As this next pitch comes in, and there is that sweet lefty swing, inside out. That baseball was pitched inside. It's flied out to left field. Kevin Dirksen is there, and he makes the catch. So Llewellyn retired. And now
he's a bit angry.
Yeah, I know why. Because I think they're calling the game. They're sun delaying the game. They say, why did you give me one at bat and then you call the game? That I kind of agree. I kind of agree with that. I would also that would also make me a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
So they give him one at bat and then they call the game. We're going to a sun delay, people. It's the sunshine beaming in from the left center field is causing issues. And Llewellyn rightfully angry that they make him take one at bat, even though they clearly wanted to call it quits 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's a that's an extremely dubious. I don't know what's going on here, guys. Come on, just play baseball.
Yeah, they're calling back the
managers, both the managers, yeah, because that's Danny Rumley, number 56, coming out for HCAW. Danny's got a smile on his face because, you know, he's like, well, I understand. So we'll see what the end result is here. But I understand Fildrik's reaction there. That would also piss me off.
Yeah.
And they spent like a couple of minutes talking about it before the at-bat. No, we're going to play. And then a minute and a half later.
Yeah, 1 out.
1 out, and we're done. Well, there's a lot of smiling and laughing going on, so that's a good thing at least. See Danny Rumley mostly having a good time. I can't see... okay, yeah, there's definitely some chuckling and laughing now. Yep, there you go. A little pat on the back. Alrighty then. Yep, everything is good again. But we are going to a sun delay from the looks of it because the umpire crew is heading to the dugout.
But certainly we hope for you guys to stick around. And
yeah, so what we're going to try to do here for the people who are watching this game right now, we're going to give you, while we're in a sun delay, we're going to switch over to Amsterdam, to the game between Amsterdam Pirates and Paderborn.
On one condition.
On one condition. What is that?
That they'll return to our game.
That they will also, yeah, they will stick around. So this is going to be a nice little experiment. There we go. We are giving you guys Amsterdam Paderborn. It's currently 8-0. Enjoy this game. When the sun delay is over, we'll be back. And until then, enjoy Amsterdam Paderborn.
foul ball. That'll make the count 1-1.
Two things. You need your own microphone.
Yeah.
Other thing. Yeah. You were standing there. He has to stand there because you were filming right into the sun.
Okay, we'll do it better next time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to brighten up the broadcast in between innings for you, and apparently we had some technical difficulties. So we apologize, and we promise that we will get better. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Ball in the dirt. That's going to make it 2-2. Crocs with the windup. Swung on, driven down the third base line, foul. Hits the umpire. So the batter, Darian Richards, makes solid contact on that ball. The 2-2 pitch from Croct, but just isn't able to keep it foul. Here's the 2-2 again. Swung on, fouled back again. Darian Richards putting up a strong at-bat to lead off the top of the third inning with his team down 8-0. Crocs gets the sign. Out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Rolled towards the third baseman. Just foul. Duco now just charging that ball well, but it does roll foul. So we'll try the 2-2 again. Darian Richards taking his time getting back to home plate here. And the on-deck batter places his bat on top of home plate, waiting for him. It's a very gentlemanly way to go about things, folks. Darian Richards, the youngster. The starting shortstop for Paderborn. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, flared down the right field line. Just foul. And you can see the disappointment on his face. He really thought that was going to fall for him. It's a really, really good in and out swing there. Just to foul that ball back. Sadly for Paderborn, it's not able to drop in there because the speed of Richards surely would have taken him to second base on the play. So again, the 2-2 pitch. Richards takes his time getting back to the batter's box. He digs in now. Notcroft gets the sign. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, flared out to right field, high. Denzel Richards calls off the second baseman, Tom Van de Sanden, and makes the out. So one down now, top three. And shadows spreading across the diamond here as the sun drifts lower towards the treetops. This brings up the top of the order for Paderborn. Maurice Bendrian. Fastball swung on, hits softly to Alex Madera, the shortstop, on to Pencil for out number two. Two quick outs here at the top of the third. And you have to admire Bendrian's aggressive approach there at bat. Croct has gotten so many hitters down 0-2, 1-2, 2-2 so far tonight. and they've been unable to do very much about it since. So swinging first pitch seems to be a good strategy. Let's see if they do it again. Fastball's low for ball one, so not worth swinging at that one. Swung on, hit to Duco Naughton, on to Yuri Pensale, and that'll be the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3, go Paderborn. And the Amsterdam Pirates coming back to bat here in the top of the fourth, up 8-0.
No rookies allowed. No rookies allowed at this moment.
Wow.
I'll get it.
You ready, Hans?
5.
All right, folks, we're here with Jules Kremer here in between innings. Jules, a rare night off for you tonight.
Okay, yeah. If you say
A rare night off for Jules tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Are usually the starting catcher for the Pirates. Played a little right field.
Yeah.
How does it feel to sit out the game and watch your team go up 8-0 without you?
Feels good. Feels amazing. Yeah, it does. It's like we're having fun. It's a good atmosphere, and like I cannot do anything different right now. It's like enjoying the moment. This is amazing.
Tell us what you're seeing from the pitchers here. We got a new guy here.
Yeah. Fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
Yeah, like 4 more runs or something like that. That would be amazing.
All right, we're looking forward to it, Jules.
Yeah, me too. I'll see you guys in a second.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
I like that. Perfect.
Now we're having fun with it. Now we're having fun.
Normale situatie. Kom 1, normale situatie.
So now we'll move to the top of the fourth inning. Amsterdam's still up 8-0. We're going to have another pitching change here for Paderborn. Let's see if we can get a name to go with this face and body. Number 44 for Paderborn. So Florian Seidel's evening is done. Duco Naughton steps to the plate to lead off the top of the fourth. So Lucas Stefan Kloppenberg now the pitcher. And deals strike one. Slows him down with the curveball. Drops it in there for strike two. So we've seen the fastball curveball now. Let's see if he goes back to the fastball. Here's the 0-2. No, slowed him down again with the curveball. But misses high. So 1-2 now to Duco Nauta. Deals the 1-2 fastball. Got him to swing through it, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So Kloppenberg keeps runners off the bases for the Pirates with their leadoff hitter for the first time tonight. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Luca Pastor. Luca 0 for 1 tonight. Starts him off fastball high. Swings through the fastball again, low, fouls it back to make it 0-2. So Kloppenburg throwing hard, throwing strikes. And if you're Untouchables Paderborn, that is exactly what you need right now. Get in and out, get back to the dugout, and get some runners on base. Slows that curveball down, but misses. So 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Kloppenburg. Fastball swung on, fouled, back for 2-2. Kloppenburg gets the sign. Delivers the 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Fastball. So the count comes full here to Luca Pastor. Amsterdam looking to tack on. Here's the full count pitch. He walked him.
Base on ball for Luca Pastor.
So for the fourth time tonight, the Pirates get an early base runner. They've had traffic on the bases in every inning thus far. That's going to bring up Jorrit Pencil. Starting first baseman, 1 for 2 this evening. And Pirates already with 6 hits on the evening. Kloppenburg deals to Pencil, who smokes the ball over the shortstop's head. That'll be the Pirates' 7th hit of the night. And runners now at first and second, with Jason Jacobus, the 9-hitter, coming up to bat. Kloppenburg deals to Jacobus. Swung on, skied high in the air, over towards third base. Shortstop calls him off and makes the play. So they record the second out of the inning, but still 2 on. And that's going to bring up the leadoff man, Ruli Henrique. Ruli's going to turn around here about left-handed now, with the right-handed pitcher on the mound. I was talking to a friend before the game. Switch hitting has got to be one of the most difficult things to do in all of sports. So kudos to anybody out there who knows how to do it and can do it successfully. Kloppenburg deals. Here's the pitch. No. Jorrit Pencil gets picked off on the throw behind from the catcher. Well, we got to look at the replay there. Because from where I'm standing, which is about 5 meters away from first base, it sure looked like he was safe to me. But the umpire, to be fair, was standing even closer than I was and called him out. back here in Amsterdam. We are at the bottom of the 4th inning now. Christian Bayers is leading off for Untouchables Paderborn. And the lights come on at the old ballpark. Kroc delivers. In there for strike 2. And Bayers, the starting second baseman, 0 for 1 so far, in danger of going 0 for 2. Fastball just misses. Kroc's a little disappointed he didn't get that call. But now 1-2 to Christian Bayers. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back, slowed him down there with the changeup. And you could see now Kroc there moving his right arm as if to snap that changeup off. So still 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Swung through the slider. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Strikeout swinging.
The Pirates will go ahead and toss it around.
At bat, Finn Bergman.
And we'll have a look here at now Kroc with this sweeping breaking ball. Gets Byers to swing over the top of it to record the first out of the inning. That's the 4th strikeout of the evening for Nout Kroc. Delivers the first pitch of the at-bat for a strike. And this is Finn Bergman. Tops the ball foul down the third base line, 0-2. One down, bottom 4. The first baseman, Bregman, digs in. Here's the pitch. Swung over the top of the breaking ball again. For Kroc's 5th strikeout of the evening. 2 down now.
At bat, Luca Ramoman.
Luca Ramoman steps in. Looks at strike 1 at the knees. The fastball's in there. The windup, the pitch, driven towards short. Madera makes the play, throws off target. And Ramoman gets on with 2 down here in the inning.
Hit for Luca Ramoman. Brings him on the first base.
Oh, no, don't do
At
that.
bat, Tobias.
Hey, this had a
No.
good picture.
Yeah, Tobias Mao.
It's not our best.
So Nadir Latifi now stepping in. 2 outs, 1 on. Paderborn down 8-0. Need to make some noise here soon. They have that precious base runner. Can they make it count? The starting third baseman digs in. Swung on. Foul down the right field line. That'll make it 0-2. Now cracked here, winds deals. Swung on and missed, and around the infield base hit. Now cracked strikes out the side.
Bottom 4th inning.
Yeah, fine out there.
We go to commercial break. Amsterdam Pirates still up 8-0 here in the final game of the group stage of the European Champions Cup. yellow shoes. Whatever. Next inning, this inning. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's it.
We're just having fun. Yeah, everybody's welcome. Sure. You want to do one? Hans, you want to do one? Is he there? Oh, he's not here. He went to pee. We'll do it next inning. All right, cool, man. No worries. I'm just hanging out, having fun, you know. Whenever you guys want. It's no big deal. We're just trying to make it fun. Hot in here? Okay.
As you can tell, we're turning down the volume of the Amsterdam Paderborn game. And that means that we are about to get underway again here in Bussum. As you're still seeing footage from Amsterdam, but you're hearing my voice from Bussum. My name is Jasper Roos, by the way. Right to my left is Jurian Lobezo. We'll continue our coverage of HCAW against Bonn Capitals in a second, because I can tell you that we can see from our location, from our booth, that the HCAW players are currently warming up in right field. The Capitals are warming up in left field. So that means that we are about to get underway, that this sun delay is about to come to an end. As you can see here, we're back in Bussum. The sun is almost down beneath those trees by the water tower that Jurian was talking about 15 minutes or so ago. So the moment we resume play here, we will switch back to Bern against Bussum. You can see in the background behind the Amsterdam game. You can keep an eye on what's going on over at first base.
Yeah. Yeah, in the bullpen we see pitchers warming up again.
Yeah, on both sides there's some activity. I see Nick GER, I think.
Yeah.
Is that Nick GER in the bullpen for HCAW?
And I saw Wilson Lee warming up again, so big chance the lefty will continue for Bonn Capitals.
I really enjoyed watching these Capitals players. They're outside of the dugout. They're dancing. I don't know who this guy is because he's wearing a sweater over his stuff, but he's dancing in front of the dugout and enjoying himself, having a good time. We saw Danny Longhorst doing the worm and doing a little bit of like somersaulting in front of the dugout just to keep warm, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And you gave a big compliment about the hot dogs here.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I seized the opportunity. I didn't have to talk for a little bit, so. You were nice enough to go get me a hot dog with mustard, obviously, because that's the only way to eat a hot dog. And it was a bratwurst. It was a nice little piece of bread with a pretty substantial dog on it.
German bratwurst.
Very enjoyable.
HCAW is taking the field, guys.
Yeah, they are ready to go. We still got some Capitals on the field as well, stretching. But it looks like we're about to get underway again. So we'll get you up to speed. We're in inning number 7, as you can see from the score bug in the top right of our screen. It's 5-1 Capitals. And we'll wait and see if Gio de Gauw comes back out to pitch. I would venture a guess and say no, but you never know. And of course, the manager for the Capitals team, Wilson Lee, was on the mound when we were interrupted so rudely by the sun. If you stuck around, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed watching Amsterdam Pirates play Paderborn for just a little bit. As mentioned before in the broadcast, Amsterdam struggling so far this tournament, but they seem to have righted the ship against Paderborn today. As, yep, we hear applauding coming from the German dugout. There's a coach waiting. It's Florian Naring, I think, the acting coach, while Wilson Lee is actively playing. He's waiting for the umpires over at home plate. So he's ready to go. The Germans are ready to go.
Yep. Well, they must be. They're leading 5-1.
I love how he's just standing there waiting. Oh, the umpires are coming out now too.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love this guy. I mean, yes, like you said, you're leading 5-1. You want to play, right? You want to get this over with. You want to win. So that's a good one. I like that. I want to know who that long-haired guy is. That number 15? Can you tell?
Yep. Nope.
Can you check for me?
I'm going to check.
Because that is a head of hair.
It almost looks like it's attached to his cap, but I think it's his real hair.
It's Coach Daniel Lamb Hunt.
Yep.
There you go. Nice job, Coach. You could get an advertising deal for Head and Shoulders or something.
Yep. On the roster, they got a pretty extensive coaching staff. Manager,
Yeah, pitching coach, a whole bunch of
5 coaches. Oh. But maybe more playing coaches. So yeah.
So an interesting thing is we're about to resume play, and the lights just came on. So right on time, as our producer, Jon Goedemans, said to me like 4 minutes ago, like, why are the lights not on? That's an excellent question. But someone found the switch. I think Jeroen might have had something to do with that. I think he might have texted the right person. So that means we're
Back.
about to get back underway,
Yeah. and we're
as
going-
we indeed have a pitching change. And there you see our new pitcher. We saw him warm up before.
tall righty.
As I'm trying to get my headset adjusted here. Give me 1 second. There you go. All right, there we go. Now I'm good to go. Arjan Nijkamp on the mound. Big right-hander with the big fastball.
Strong kid.
So Gio de Gauw's day is done.
And it seems we're going back to the top of the order with Erik Brink, number 30.
So Gio de Gauw's day is over after 6.1 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 of which were earned. 1 walk, 5 Ks. He threw 96 pitches. And 60-ish or so were strikes, I believe. 61, yep, there you go.
Pretty nice ratio.
That's a pretty good ratio, yeah. Gio pitched well. Ran into the Vincent Arends train, I guess. Because Arends hurt him a couple of times.
For sure. Three RBIs for Vincent Arends.
Yep. The Deutsche Bahn is nothing compared to Vincent Arends when it comes to timely performance. There you go. Continuing that train metaphor from earlier.
Yep.
All right, we are back in business. As pitch number 1 is grounded to third, and that ball is thrown away over at first.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my prediction about the defensive alignment changes did not come true. That sucks, because I predicted that Salasa would go to right field, Van Borkelo would go to first, and Brandt Martina would go to second base.
Delano is hurt though.
Yeah, I see. He's hobbling around a little bit. But with that prediction, I forgot that Delano Salasa also a very capable first baseman, so they could just literally just swap them around. So Van Borkelo is still in right field, and just Brandt Martina, who came in as a pinch hitter for, or pinch runner, excuse me, for Sherman Marlin.
Yep.
Him and Salasa switch places. So Martina at second base.
And we already had 1 out before the sun delay. So
That's good to mention as well. Yes, the 1 out, the Phil Llewellyn out. So our next batter is Terrell Joyce, the first baseman of Bonn Capitals.
he's 1 for 3, sorry. Scored 2 runs already. And hitting 600 for the tournament.
Brink with a substantial lead off of first base. As that ball is grounded to second, fielded cleanly by Bob van der Meer, and a quick throw to first will indeed get the double play. Nifty, nifty job there by Bob van der Meer.
Great arm.
That's a very nice defensive play. So we had to wait for it for a little bit, but we're back in business for baseball, and a very nice job there by Arjan Nijkamp as well, pitching out of that issue. So we're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning HCAW trailing 5-1.
Yeah,
Bottom of the 7th inning. Sorry, Julian, go ahead.
yeah, we just finished Take Me Out to the Ball Game song.
Well, we were already on our feet the entire game, so we didn't really have to stretch.
Nope.
We're not the sitting down kind.
Yeah.
Also because there would be a giant monitor in front of my face and I wouldn't be able to see the field.
True. Yeah.
But I also enjoy standing up.
So Wilson Lee back on the mound.
The veteran Australian who's the manager, right fielder, pitcher, designated hitter.
He can do it all.
He can do it all. I've heard that he also, in his spare time, cooks for the team, cleans the uniforms.
He washes them.
Yeah. And we're getting underway with our first batter of this inning.
Nice breaking ball there for strike one.
It's Julian Goins, the number 9 hitter for HCAW, the catcher who was dug in. As Lee winds and fires, that's high and outside for a ball. 1-1 to Julian Goins. On deck, Delano Salasa in the hole, Jandro Tromp. As that next pitch comes in and is right down the pipe for a strike. 1-2. Nice breaking pitch by Wilson Lee there. If there's one thing I enjoy about sun delays more than rain delays, is that people can just walk around freely, don't have to stay in their dugout because it's raining so hard. So it's always fun to see players just walk out of the dugout. As that next pitch by Lee is high and outside for a ball. You see people catching up with friends. We saw the German coaching staff walk around the stadium for a little bit.
Yeah, and I met Sidney de Jong.
Yeah, you saw Sidney de Jong, former international player for Team Kingdom of the Netherlands. As that next pitch by Lee is swung on and missed by Julian Goins as he strikes out for out number 1. Yeah, I saw Brendan Martina was running around here, just catching up with his friends that he was laughing at earlier. We were talking about that when he was on third base. There's a Brendan Martina's crew is to the right side or our left, I guess, of the German dugout. Got a little wave from Brendley. I interviewed him after winning the Holland Series last year, and that's the happiest I've seen someone in front of a camera in a while. As the next pitch to Salasa is high and tight for a ball.
Top of the order for HCAW.
They got to start manufacturing some runs because it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy going against this this German pitching staff.
Yep.
That features a Japanese player and an Australian, but still.
Yep. Yeah, their pitching is pretty good tonight.
Next pitch is fouled off out of play. So 1-2 count, 1 away here.
Yeah, and I earlier in the game, I thought when it was really close, I thought who would be the closer, and we did some digging.
As this next pitch comes in to Salasa and he grounds it to short. Fielded cleanly by Eric Brenk.
Broken bat.
And he throws out Delano Salasa at first base.
I think that bat's broken.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah, apparently they have this pitcher, Dovydas Neverauskas, He's from
Lithuania.
Yeah, Lithuania.
Yeah, people who have been following Major League Baseball for longer than a couple of years might recognize the name. Dovydas Nevrauskas pitched for the Pittsburgh Pirates for several seasons.
Yeah, 4 seasons.
2017 to 2021-ish, 2020.
2020, yeah. So would be nice to see him.
Yeah, apparently he's their closer, but
Yeah, he pitched close to little more than 80 innings in the big league. So
as this next pitch is skied by Jean Tromp high above shortstop, and Eric Brink on your screen puts it away. Nice camera angle there. Nice work by our production crew that we've expanded. We have an extra cameraman once again today. We're always trying out new things here. So that ends the inning. That retires the side, and we head to the top of the 8th inning. Capitals Bonn leading HCAW Bussum 5-1. Top of the 8th inning.
the pitcher.
Wilson Lee, formerly the DH, now the pitcher. So that means that we no longer have a DH, of course, in the game. Because when you do that little switcheroo, you give up your DH. And Lee doesn't waste any time. He hits a single.
And that's hit number 8 for the visitors. HCAW has 7, by the way. 1 error.
So Nijkamp out for another inning of work in relief of Gio de Grauw, who threw almost 100 pitches, 6.1 innings. As Nijkamp fires that high and a little bit outside, as Arends squared to bunt, but I don't think there was any intention to really bunt there. Yeah, we also thank you, by the way, for in the chat for checking in with us about the Nevrauskas thing. We as that pitch is just a bit outside. We were told like an hour and a half ago that he was part of the team.
Yeah.
Apparently he signed with an indie ball team in the U.S.
Ah. Okay.
So that's why because we couldn't find him on the roster,
No,
so we figured there was just a mistake somewhere, but no mistake.
But where did you see his name then? Because we didn't make it up that he,
No,
he was
no.
supposed to be here.
Heard something from somewhere, from someone. As Arends,
Big fly ball.
yeah,
to
that's a
center field. Caught.
major league flyout. Jean Tromp floats under it and makes the catch. So 1 away in the 8th. And that brings up Anthony Glinzing, the right fielder. I'm loving these 2 fans, by the way. We got 2 fans of the German team sitting in their own little camping chairs outside the dugout right there. They're cheering everyone on. Anytime one of the hitters retreats to the dugout, they get a nice round of applause from these 2 super fans outside our window. First pitch is a strike to Glinzing.
Cleansing is
As he pops it up, and that's going to go as two players lose their hats. Both Brentley Martina and Jerry from Borculo lost their hats trying to chase down that pop-up in foul territory. They couldn't quite get to it.
the league leader. He's 0 for 2 this game with a walk. Still not producing what he would like this tournament.
So we'll do it all again. It's an 0-2 count to Cleansing, wearing jersey number 1.
Slider in the dirt.
It's a good pitch. You're ahead in the count 0-2.
Trying to make him
Yep,
chase.
make him chase on a breaking pitch outside. There's the super fans. There we go. It's getting a little chilly. They're putting on their sweaters, but these people have been relentlessly cheering on their team, and I love it.
And they're wearing the right hoodies.
And that next pitch is skied into the outfield. Jandro Tromp and Jair van Borculo giving chase. It's the latter who puts it away in right field. So put out for Van Borculo, who flips the ball back into the infield. So 2 away. A little coaching there by Cleansing to Danny Longhorst.
Yeah, then he's 1 for 3 today. Big
Yeah.
hack.
Oh, well, he was doing the worm earlier during the sun delay, so we've seen him be very flexible. He was doing somersaults and rolling around, joking with his teammates. Very flexible young man. Long look in by Nykamp here. As he winds and fires, and that's
Heat.
more high than tight.
Little heat inside. Make sure you want to back him off a little bit, maybe.
Oh, an unbelievable catch in
catch.
right field. We're both looking at an unbelievable catch by Jair from Borculo. Holy mackerel. That is unreal. So that was a high pop-up by Longhorst into right field in just about fair foul territory.
Yep.
And from Borculo, who was playing, he was shading to center field. He wasn't even playing close
Nope.
to the line. In a full-out run and a Superman-style dive, hauls it in. Unbelievable play by Jair from Borculo. Oh, my God. I didn't think he had a chance. You were gesturing to me like that ball's going to drop. That's going to drop. That's going to be fair.
I was pointing to the ground and like this is going to be maybe a base hit or maybe a double even, but
Unbelievable
wow.
play.
He came out of nothing.
Man. Then we have 17,000 cameras in this ballpark. We couldn't get that one because that was just in a corner that we don't have any cameras.
It's the blind spot.
You'll have to believe us. That was sensational by Jair from Borculo. All right, so as we calm down again from that moment of excitement, we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Wilson Lee is taking his spot on the mound, and we'll be back in just a second. Kevin Dirksen wears number 17 for HCAW, and that means that you can see him take his rightful spot in the batter's box because he's due up first here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That also means that Quinten de Cuba and Jair van Borkelo are the other two hitters scheduled for this inning. As Wilson Lee gets us underway with a fastball for a strike.
Yep. Number 3, 4, and 5 up this inning. He's got some pretty good stuff, this pitcher.
Yeah, I like it. He's coming right at him too with like heat. This is heat. This is right. That's a good.
Oh.
That's a good fastball.
That's up. I don't know, high 80s, maybe 90.
I would like to see a radar gun. Unfortunately, we don't have one. Maybe next time.
Yep, that'd be cool.
Next pitch is low and inside, chopped foul by Dirksen down the line.
Yeah, and he's pumped.
Yeah, Wilson wants to get this game over with. He wants to go back to the hotel. Pumping gas.
Seems he's got a lot of tattoos on him.
Yeah.
I was watching this before. But I thought, is it a long sleeve shirt? Nope, it's not.
The next pitch is just a bit high for a ball. 1-2. 5-8-0 for the guests. 1-7-1 for the home team. As Wilson fires a changeup, very nice changeup there.
Yep.
And Dirksen swings right through it for a strikeout. So one away here in the bottom of the 8th, bringing up lefty Quinten de Cuba. So I'm going to say this is going to be an uncomfortable at bat for de Cuba. Lefty on lefty with the stuff that Wilson Lee has shown us so far.
Yeah, especially the slider, you know.
Oof.
Coming at you and then breaking away. Difficult pitch to hit.
Yep, that is for sure. As that first pitch is outside.
That was exactly the one.
Yep.
But he left it outside too much. There's another one.
Yep. The off-speed stuff is working as well for Lee.
Yep.
The infield's playing really deep on the Cuba, and I understand that. Obviously, nobody or one out, nobody on the bases.
Yep.
And the Cuba always a threat to smash one your direction. As this next pitch comes in and is a ball low.
Nice low strike. Yeah.
2 balls and a strike, 1 out here.
I think if the score is like this, Bonn will play Parma tomorrow.
I believe you. You did the research.
Yeah. Parma,
I did talk to some of our WBSC officials and official scorers earlier just to check what score would be needed for a mix-up of the groups, because there's still a chance that HCAW and don't win the group. As de Cuba swings and grounds that to first base.
Nice scoop by the first baseman.
As de Cuba's retired. This game, HCAW are okay to lose by 7 runs, I was told by Feiko Drost of the WBSC and official score. So as long as HCAW keep the gap 7 runs or less, not much changes in the groups. They lose by 19, there was a whole other thing, but I told Feiko we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. And Parma was 3-0, so they're
there you go.
Group winner.
Jair van Borkelo digging in, doing some interior decorating again. In the batter's box, steps in, and he's about to get ready to face Wilson Lee.
Nice low inside strike.
I'm going to guess that Wilson Lee plays with a Wilson glove. At least I would. And he also wears Lee jeans. No, okay, so now, now I'm taking this too far.
I think he looks a lot better than when he started pitching this game.
Well, he didn't really warm up when he came into the game. We didn't really see him warm up in the bullpen because he was the DH. So
maybe that's the thing. Yeah.
So maybe he used the sun delay to get a little stretched out.
He was in the bullpen actually. Yeah.
He's looking
1
good.
and 2, 2 outs.
He is looking sharp. Oof. Got some velocity on that.
Yep.
Made his catcher flinch. It's always a good sign as a pitcher if you're making your catcher flinch, then something's going right. This next pitch is a breaking ball that doesn't break enough, so it's outside for a ball. 3-2. As this next pitch comes in, and Van Borculo grounds it to short. Eric Brenk fields it cleanly. Quick throw to first base, and that retires the side. So we'll head to the top of the 9th. Bonn Capitals, one more chance to expand on their 5-1 lead here in Bussum during the European Champions Cup Baseball 2023.
Hello, yeah, so we're back, top of the 9th. We have a new pitcher for HCAW, Jasper Elfrink. He has pitched 10 innings this season. He's 1-1 with a 4.35 ERA.
And he's up against Daniel Sanchez. As Elfrink pops his first pitch strike in there against Sanchez.
So we have Bonn Capital hitters 7, 8, and 9, the bottom of the order.
As Elfrink fires his next fastball in, that's popped up high in the air. Van Borculo is calling for it in right field, and he's the only one who can get there. And he does. We'll definitely get that one on screen. Nice job, guys.
These guys are getting better
every day. Every inning. Better every inning.
Every inning, yeah.
You love to see it. That brings up number 19, Luis Martin. So Elfrink, the very tall lefty, fires that fastball in there. It's swung on and belted into center field, but right at Jean Tromp.
Yep.
There you have it, once again.
Luis Martin, he was 2 for 3, he's 2 for 4 now. 2 runs batted in today.
So the best part is that since we're working with a new camera setup, with new cameramen and new gear, there's always a lot of joy when something something works out. A lot of thumbs up being thrown around right now in the directive booth. You love to see it. Elfrink number 35, the tall lefty, gets set and ready to fire to Fildrik. Llewellyn, who is the switch hitter, of course, so he's switched to the right side facing the lefty Elfrink.
Great change up there.
So unfortunately, Jurian, no chance for that sweet left-handed swing you were talking about here,
Nope.
because
Nope.
Llewellyn now batting from the right side. So the next
That's
pitch by
a good
Elfrink.
pitch
Yeah,
right there.
right down the middle.
0-2.
I think Fildrik was sad to see that one go by. As you can see behind the backstop, if you look to the right a little bit, there's a gentleman sitting crouched down with a dark blue sweater and a camera in his hands. As that pitch by Elfrink is in the dirt for a ball, that will be Stijn van der Meer. Longtime Curaçao Neptunus Rotterdam. Yep, that gentleman right there. Third baseman for the Dutch national team as well. And he's now doing a lot of videography work, so make sure to check him out on the Instagrams, as that pitch is dribbled to Max Dreyer, who fields it cleanly. Quick throw to first. Very clean inning by Jasper Elfrink. And that means that HCAW have work to do. They need to score 4 to tie, 5 to win, as we head to the bottom of the 9th here in the Rob Hofman Baseball Valley in Bussum. Brentley Martina, number 23, with the yellow cleats, has dug in, or is about to lead things off. And he's the kind of guy you want to lead off an inning, because he's speedy, he's fast, he can handle a bat. So let's see what he can do. He's followed by Max Dreyer and Bob van der Meer in the batting order. And he swings and belts the first pitch he sees, and that is gone.
Wow.
Brentley Martina.
That is
As I'm talking about his speed and him being a leadoff hitter, he hits a leadoff bomb in the 9th inning as he waves to his fans in the crowd. There we go. Nice job, Brentley. That was a towering home run, as the whole bullpen is emptying too to join in the celebrations. They're coming in from the left side of your screen in a second. There they are. As the celebration is on here for HCAW, even though they're still trailing. But Brentley Martina with a first pitch leadoff home run off a guy who had literally been dominating for the past 2 innings.
Yeah. Well, you could see the pitch was high.
Yep, and Martina did not miss it.
Nope.
As the relief pitchers are racing back to the bullpen again now. At least they got their warm-up jog in. So that brings up Max Dreyer, as the score is now 5-2, still in favor of Bonn Capitals. As Dreyer thought about doing the same thing that he saw Brentley Martina do, that's swing at the first pitch and hit it out. Instead, he hits nothing but air. And it's an 0-1 count. Next pitch is in there for a strike.
Great breaking ball down. Oh, 2 pitch. They're going to check him.
And no
Nope.
swing. Nope, nothing doing. So 1-2 count for Max Dreyer. Both teams with 8 base hits on the day. Just that the Bonn Capitals have been a little more fortuitous in that regard. They were more timely hits. They've scored 5, whereas Bussum is stuck at 2. So that pitch is low, 2-2 count.
I think it's a high quality baseball game.
This was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
The last 2 games, yesterday and the day before, were a little uneven.
Yep.
This has been a really entertaining baseball game by 2 very good teams.
That was a changeup, I think, but he left it high and out. Full count.
Crowd is still definitely in it. And they check swing, they check at first base, no swing. So Max Dreyer walks. There he is.
And that brings up Bob van der Meer.
Bottom of the lineup, 8 and 9 hitters. Bob van der Meer, number 8, Julian Goins in the on-deck circle.
Bob van der Meer is 0 for 3, so
He's due.
yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
And in case anyone was wondering what the situation is in Amsterdam between Paderborn and Amsterdam Pirates, it's 14-0 in favor of the home team. That's Amsterdam. Well, home team as in they're playing their own ballpark. They're playing the away side of things today, but Van der Meer whiffs, so that's an 0-1 count. So Amsterdam's back on track. They lost 2 in a row, but they're blowing out Paderborn. So now we can focus our attention back here as Wilson Lee fires a pitch in. It's hit foul by Van der Meer. Dreyer not taking a lot of risk. Not a huge lead over at first. As Wilson Lee fires a pitch that's outside. He's lost the strike zone a little bit.
Yep.
He was just pumping gas in the 8th inning. Here in the bottom of the 9th, he is struggling to find a strike zone.
Yeah, final inning, maybe a little bit nerves.
As a courtesy look over to Max Dreyer, who, as you could tell from that angle, nice camera work, by the way, once again. That Dreyer's not far off the bag.
Finishing a game when you're pitching for a long time is never easy. That's why you have savers.
That's right. So that pitch was outside for a ball. So it's 2-2. As Van der Meer swings and grounds at second base. Quick flip to the shortstop and a quick throw to first.
Double A.
That's a lovely double play there by the Bonn Capitals. Very quickly turned. Very nifty glove work there. First by Luis Martin and the flip to Eric Brenk.
Yep.
And the throw over to first to Terrell Joyce. That's a very nice 4-6-3 double play.
2 outs. Yep.
Huge. Huge for the Capitals here.
Yeah, I mean, if that second batter also gets on the base, then you might get a different ball game.
And now it's all up to Julian Goins to keep it going. With number 1 hitter Delano Salasa in the on-deck circle. It's up to Goins to flip the lineup over. As he skies that first pitch in the air, and it will come down in fair territory. And that's Terrell Joyce right there with the catch.
Yep.
And that is ball game.
Yep.
Bonn Capitals beat HCAW Bussum 5-2, and that is Bonn Capitals good team obviously, but after 2 massive HCAW blowouts in game 1 and 2 of this tournament, that is a very, very impressive performance today by the German team.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, and they've earned it tonight.
And as you said before, this has been a very, very entertaining ball game. Very high quality pitching. High quality hitting, nice field work, some nice double plays, some good defensive plays as well. We were marveling over Vincent Arends's arm earlier, the cannon from Bonn.
Yeah.
Unbelievable gun in his arm.
Exactly, yeah.
So this has been a well-played game by 2 well-coached and well-trained teams.
Yeah. I'm curious if they are going to play Parma. I don't think I think they have a chance.
Yeah, it's this should be a very interesting rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
So for us, that wraps our day up here. On behalf of everyone here in the booth, I want to thank you too, Julian, for hanging out with me again.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. Tomorrow you are off again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we can hear your voice again on Saturday.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
I'll be back here tomorrow for sure. Jeroen Groenemans, my producer to my right, will be as well. Mike Spijkerman over my left shoulder, in charge of the graphics, will be back as well tomorrow. And for now, my name is Jasper Roos. I'm signing off here with Julian Lobezo. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you back again here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. See you then.
Yeah, enjoy your evening.